to talk about this game. I know you guys don't want to. I know you rather talk about anime or video games or anything else related, toothpaste, anything else related but this game. But unfortunately, that's what we do around here, and we try our best to talk about every single game. All right, so the San Antonio Spurs, they stunk up the place once again, okay? No surprise here. Shocker, the Spurs aren't a good team, okay? Also, with them not being a good team, our best player didn't really get to play much. He played 22 minutes, and obviously, which I saw people criticizing this, which I don't really understand this criticism, but the criticism of why did Wemby play if he couldn't play, and it's like, well, sometimes that happens. I mean, sometimes players can't, like this is a normal occurrence that you go through like a small injury, you might come back, but with limited minutes. I don't know why this is a criticism. I think people were more so upset with the fact that it hurt his numbers for Rookie of the Year, but he could care less. But even in that limited amount of time, dude, 3 blocks, 2 steals, what the heck? Good God, he is truly going to be a superstar. Wemby only getting 8 touches is what we're complaining about. Oh, you mean 8 shots off? I mean, he got 8 shots off in 22 minutes. Sohan got 8 shots off in 34 minutes. I understand what you're saying, though. I mean, I understand. We're going to get into that in a little bit, okay? This is like nothing new. This is the thing that bothers me, right? Like, it's the same thing every single game. And it's like, we understand what's going on here, right? Clan, do you honestly like Jeremy Sohan? Like, I'm curious. Okay, that needs to be a separate segment. Let's just talk about this game as a whole, everything that I saw, okay? There's some things with Sohan that I saw, and this probably just needs to be a whole nother segment by itself, so we'll talk about it after. But with Jeremy Sohan, not the best game at all. But at the same time, 9 points. Let's just go off his stats, okay? 9 points, 7 rebounds, a steal. Yeah, that's pretty good. Only 1 turnover, not too bad. Keldon Johnson, bad game. It also pretty good overall, just like Sohan. You got 11 points, 6 rebounds, a couple assists. Nothing to get too excited about. Devin Vassell, at least Devin Vassell's shooting slump seems to be over. He's been a little bit better. So you got 21 points, 7 for 15, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. And Branham, not bad, 13 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. The biggest problem I saw with Branham was just the defense, which that's a whole nother segment by itself as well. So we'll get to that in a little bit. Zach Collins, decent, I guess. Yeah, decent. 14 points. Nothing in this game. I guess the thing about me for this game, it was just nothing that shocked me, nothing that surprised me, nothing that I saw and I was just blown away by, like, oh my goodness, what is going on here? And what's going, like, it's the same thing. Zach was horrible. I mean, the team as a whole was horrible, guys. Like, everybody was horrible. Like, but this isn't a very good team. And it's not like they have lack of talent necessarily. Our starting lineup, I think a lot of these guys will be like stars in the making. I think Branham is going to be a very good player in the long haul. Devin Vassell, he's going to come into his own. He's going to more than likely hopefully be an all-star in the next few years. You got, especially when he's next to Victor Wembanyama, it'd be like a Middleton situation. So he'll be an all-star, I think. Sohan, you guys already know how I feel about Sohan. Like, he has a stupid amount of potential. Him being only in his sophomore year, he's shown a lot of promise. Just overall, it's like we got some pieces, but it's just not a great team. It's just not a great team. That's it. The Bulls are just a better team. That's how I felt during this game. This is actually how I felt the last game as well. That it was like, we're just not that good. I don't really have some in-depth analysis here. I do want to talk about Sohan, like I said. I do want to talk about Malachi separately, but overall, it's just mid. It was just a mid performance. 45% field goal percentage, 33% 3-point percentage, and 11 for 16 from the free throw line, opposed to them shooting 81%. Their 3-point shooting wasn't better than ours. I mean, 25%. It was horrid. I mean, good God. Vucevic, oh my goodness. 0 for 7. DeRozan 1 for 3. He hit that one in the corner and the crowd went wild because he rarely shoots threes. Yeah, it's just overall we just got beat because we're just not a good team. Like I don't know what else. I don't know what else to say. Mid performance is generous. I mean, what would you say? You would just say a horrible performance? I really don't care. Like right now, with the things I'm seeing from this team, it's nothing. I'm not like overly angry about it because this is stuff that we've seen all season long. Do I think it's going to get better? It was abysmal. That's fine. Is it going? Do I feel like it'll get better? Yeah, it'll get better. Like I've heard people say the Spurs won't even win 10 games this season. It's like, come on, like they're going to win more games. I think as the season goes on, it's going to get better. Competition to get a little bit, a little easier. There's a lot of bad teams we haven't even faced yet. So I think it'll be okay. But yeah, this performance, I mean, it was today was awful. Such poor effort. Yeah. I mean, that's my. Oh, I didn't mention Trey Jones. Trey Jones was mid. He was mid. I mean, he wasn't that good. I mean, they were stripping him left and right. This isn't like a normal occurrence from him. So I'm just going to chalk it up to having a bad night. But yeah, he was terrible. Guys, I don't know what you want me to say with this one. I have way more to say about players individually than I do as a team. As a team, the effort just wasn't. It wasn't as good as it should be. But this is probably like the 4th or 5th time this season that I've been like genuinely disappointed. And I know that that's crazy to say with so many losses, but there's a few games that stand out to me where I'm like, God, the effort just wasn't there, and this was just a bad showing from the team. I mean, we just got beat because they were better, but it also comes down to some effort. This is just one of those. It's just one of those where I'm just like, ugh. Detroit didn't deserve 25 losing streak. We did. Well, I mean, we didn't deserve a 25 losing streak because we won a game, but I mean, we didn't deserve it. I mean, the Spurs fought their butt off with that Lakers game to get that W. So it's just bad. It was just bad overall. That's all I got to say. This is just disappointing. I'm hearing you guys out, just disappointing. I guess we'll read a few of these and then I can go to players individually for a separate segment. But Paul Pierce have been making fun of it. Don't worry. We got that one in the books too. We got that to talk about. So if you just want to know my thoughts about this, I'm not angry. And the only reason why I'm not angry is because this has been a normal occurrence with this team. And they were with the Bulls the entire game until the 4th, which kind of checks out, right? Kind of checks out. Blake needs to play. Yeah, everyone says that until Blake plays, and then people don't want Blake to play no more. I do like Blake, though. And that's another person we need to talk about. Dominic Barlow needs to play. Devontae Graham needs to play? Okay, now you're just saying anybody. I agree with you with Barlow and Blake. That would be nice to see them get more minutes. Devontae Graham, no, not necessarily. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Devontae Graham was traded in not that long. Bro, anyone needs to play. We're losing. I mean, yeah, we're losing. Yeah, that's all. That's all my thoughts about the team as a whole. Now let's go into players individually. Okay, I really don't have anything to say. This team as a whole, as a team, disappointing, and this is probably the 5th or, like I said, 5th, maybe 6th time that I've been genuinely disappointed from the team as a whole. Not a lot of positives to take out of this, but I do have at least thoughts about specific performances. So we'll get into that. Oh, wait, as a team, there's no chemistry. You don't have a point guard. I mean, that's all I got to say. You don't have a point guard. But yeah.